To avoid going to prison, Jack claimed he had a mental illness, so he wouldn't have to serve time. As soon as he arrived at the senior care facility, then he walked over to a Native American man, and screamed at him like crazy. On Jack's first day in the psychiatric hospital, he set up a casino. With just a little trick, he won all the cigarettes from the other patients. But this irritated the head nurse. What awaited Jack was the most brutal punishment in the asylum. It was said that after experiencing this electroshock treatment, even the toughest man would become a gentle kitten. Sure enough, after Jack's treatment, his expression and movements were filled with numbness. The head nurse watched proudly, but the next second, he winked at a fellow patient. Then he completely dropped the act, and began mocking the hospital's forced measures. They were having a great time. When the doctor came to tell them it was time for medication, Jack walked to the window, and asked the doctor to turn down the music a bit. The head nurse smiled and said, "Your dirty hands got my window filthy." Then she handed Jack his medication. Jack refused to take it no matter what. The doctor warned him, "If you don't take it, we have plenty of ways to make you." Jack had no choice but to give in, and swallow the pills obediently. Soon, Jack couldn't take life in the asylum anymore. He decided to escape. He climbed up a human ladder, scaled the 10-meter-high barbed fence, jumped onto a nearby tree, clung to the branches for a moment, and then crashed hard onto the ground. Jack finally escaped the asylum. And, while the driver wasn't paying attention, he drove off with the patients in the van. They went out to sea together, fishing and steering the boat, with even the ocean breeze smelling like freedom. However, when they returned proudly carrying their big fish, the guards were already waiting on the shore. Jack was thrown back into the asylum once again.